So this morning I got a strong message about, I heard the words through your humanity, through our humanity. We have a complete misconception of enlightenment, of awakening, or we're holding on to an old model, old paradigm, an old way of doing it, which is that we had to rise above. See the other videos about working with your emotions, the shadow. Key ingredients. So it's not above, it's not transcending our humanity that we become awake. It's not rising above. It's that whole, the upper chakras are much more holy than the lower chakras. That's a bunch of bullshit. It's just not true. All of them were made by the Creator, by God, by Source, as key integral parts of ourselves. And because we've judged the first three chakras, the lower chakras, we have the most trouble with them. You know? Super windy day, by the way. That airplane's having a hard time landing. I thought I'd go up to an airport vortex here in Sedona. I was right behind our house. But it's so dang windy, we have these huge hailstorms, so I'm kind of off to the side a little bit. So this judging the first three chakras becomes a real problem. It just makes us completely unbalanced. Top heavy, we're stuck in our heads. We have 4 aisles of headache medicines because we're all thinking too much instead of feeling. One full divine breath connects you. Feel your inner body. Notice your inner body. Become one with it. Feel more that than all this thinking stuff. So it's through our humanity that we become awakened. The reason Jeshua ben David, Jesus Christ, was so powerful with this message and still is because he did it through his humanity. He did not ascend and feel all above and hide out in ashrams and up on mountaintops. He didn't do it that way. He was with normal people and he would express. Jesus wept, you know, he felt. And that's why he actually was able to merge with God. We cannot bypass this step. Very few of us have enough time and willpower and, you know, fancy meditation techniques that we can sit for 30 years and do Kriya Yoga and be able to just burn out our nadis, burn out the detox our stuff, our energetic emotions, human feelings, get that stuff converted, alchemized. Very few of us have that time, so we have to do it through the human process. And that's the way it's meant to be done anyway. It is through our humanity you become awakened and enlightened, you know? Can you imagine? Feel for a second. Jeshua ben David, I use him because he's the collective, he's Jesus. Imagine him totally sobbing. Huge grief sobs. If we do that, it upsets people around us, or it gets very, very real, or very rageful and angry. Jesus got angry. He took the whip to the fucking money changers in the temple. Get the hell out of my Father's house, you know? And this is still a super tender area, and we're very careful with it. We have to be full of care with it, because it's explosions of these repressed for eons emotions. Emotion, energy is meant to be in motion. Your energy is meant to be flowing in motion. So it's through our humanity. Feel your feelings. You know that fake plastic Messiah smile? That fake plastic enlightened teacher smile? Doesn't it make you fucking throw up? It's disgusting. We're done with it. That fake enlightened bullshit has got to go. Google false enlightenment. And there's an article there that a guy in England reprinted. It's a chapter out of the book, Listening to the Sun, where I explain in more detail about this, how you can tell real from fake teachers. I'm being a little strong here today, but that's part of the message, you know. We need to get real with this. Fake enlightenment, a fake plastic guru smile. It's like all of a sudden when you're enlightened, all you're ever going to feel again is, oh, hi, dear beloved ones. That's the biggest bunch of horse shit. All right. So that fake enlightenment, you know, false enlightenment, Google that. It's an article in the book, Listening to the Sun, page something. He reprints it, a guy from England. Very nice of him. Thank you. So one of the main things we need to get is that fake plastic guru smile. It's like a plastic messiah. Who wants a plastic messiah? It's over. I'm being, playing with the image here, totally. But who wants, that fake plastic smile? All of a sudden when you're enlightened, I'm risen above everything, and all you're ever going to feel for the rest of eternity is some kind of, oh, dear ones. And you'll melt into the oneness. Nothing has ever happened. It is all just God. It's like fucking monotone. It's like they're on Prozac. Do you want a Prozac guru? That's not real. Becoming aligned. I know this is huge. This is a huge awakening we need to get. The fake, I'll say it again several times, the fake guru, plastic messiah, the plastic smile of denial, telling the truth is not negative. That fake plastic smile of denial is. What's happened with a lot of so-called enlightened teachers, the real enlightened ones, that had roles to play, yes, it's true, Ramakrishna, Yogananda Babaji, there's a bunch of them. Of course they were real, Sri Aurobindo, Muktananda, but they were also stuck in a role that's now over. The real ones are ready to go, oh, thank you, I can retire and don't have to play guru anymore. The real ones want out. And once you're enlightened, that's all, you feel nothing for the rest of eternity. You're just at this even keel. Dear ones, dear beloveds, oh my children, if you would but just see, it's all goodness and grace. Yeah, that's true conceptually, but the fact is the human body was made with emotions, energy in motion. So after enlightenment, you still have the real masters were considered crazy masters, because they would follow the impulse of life inside them. They would still have sex. I mean, we find that out anyway. All those ashrams, whether it's popes and priests or whatever, ashrams, there's a huge sex life. So, when you start awakening the Kundalini without dealing with your stuff, without dealing with your human emotions, that's why there's all these weird sex scandals that goes on, because that's going to act out if you haven't cleaned it out. So it's through our humanity. Be real. Be real. Divinely real. Not fallen ego real, not fallen dysfunctional real. Don't use it as a license to shit or should on each other or judge each other, If you still have judgments and shoulds that you're going through, do them consciously. Yes, I am now feeling myself judging. God be with me here right now. Kundalini Caduceus, be inside my body from the tip of my tailbone to the top of my head, throughout my hands and feet. Right? So it's through our humanity. Be human, divinely human. This is where the real awakening happens. That's why Buddha and Jesus awoke, because they were real about it. They didn't put on the fake spiritual airs. They didn't use the technique and fight themselves, fight their own humanity. Huge lesson. So, as you become awakened, your emotions don't leave you. You don't get dissolved out of it. You still have them. There's not been an opening yet on earth. A lot of the awakened, enlightened people, St. Teresa, St. Francis, Babaji, Yogananda, Jeshua, all of them, they had to play along because they were on a teaching from God, and if they had too much emotions, it was just too far out for us. Crazy masters in the Orient, they'd walk around naked, they'd express their emotions, be completely real, but miracles would happen around them. They could do that. We have a box for them in India and in China some, crazy masters, but we don't have that in the West. So the Western awake beings had to play along. That's changing now. It's time to be divinely human. Be human with your emotions, with your feelings, with love. Express the love, the grief. I love you. I love you. That's fun. Hilarious laughter, playfulness, playing with your dog. I just got a golden retriever. It's like the most fun on the planet. Joy and I sit there with him and he just barks and howls and goofs with us and we're just playing, That's divinely human. It's just what it is. It's not even something to do. See, once the mind gets a hold of it, instead of there being natural living from impulse like a child, true divine impulse now, not dysfunctional programmed, shooting on each other, shitting on each other, shoving our emotions onto other people. No, not at all. But living divinely from the divine impulse. That's why true teachers say, become ye as little children. You know, the kingdom of heaven is like the little child. What does that mean? Is Joshua ben David lying? Is Jesus lying? Of course he's not. You become like a little kid. Truly, the second birth, divine naivete, innocence, you know, in no sense, in no senses, in no sense are we born, in no sense. Then begins the earthly sojourn of forgetting, you know. So true divinity is through our humanity. Be divinely human. These are my feelings. They're just feelings. They're passing feelings, like a Tesla coil, or like bubbles rising to the surface. They're just temporary. They pop. So let them up. Repressing your feelings gets you all bottled up. You know how divers get the bends? You know, they get bubbles in their blood and it can kill them because they came up too fast. That, by the way, is true as well. You don't want to do all this too fast. You ask for God help, your soul help, divine direction, guides. Go directly to God is my recommendation. He, she knows exactly what you need. And don't try to do it all at once. But going through our humanity, being human, we were made as humans for a reason. There's a reason we're human. It is part of the divine, the second full incarnation, infleshation. Incarnation is going to be through our humanity and not ascending above it. I no longer feel anything. I'm in a permanent state of somnambulant, sleepwalking bliss. I am your guru. Bullshit. It's over. It's gone. Done. You know? Maybe it was a temporary stage that we needed to go through. And that's the only way we could receive it. Yes, honor all that. But that's over now. Be divinely human. Like Osho used to say, Zorba the Buddha. Zorba the Greek mixed with the Buddha. Full humanity and the laughter of Buddha and the total awakeness that it's all just one big game. Through our humanity, we will find true sanity, true awakening. Yeah, huge concept, huge concept. Time for this to spread like wildfire. More later. Thank you.